Hello and welcome to the Furry Gamers playthrough of Diablo 3 as a Necromancer hardcore. Seem to have lost my Witch Doctor character, so I'm going to have to add him to the dead character section, and we'll use this as the current alive section for now and continue on with it. And it will be. I'll try not to talk to the cutscenes. I'll try not to talk through the cutscene, the opening cutscene, and we'll let it go for a bit here.
All that grows must also wither and die. What dies and rots will then nourish the living. This is the great cycle of being, and we, the priests of Rathma, use our dark art to protect it. Though most do not understand us, we go where we are needed. My master has learned that a star fell in the west, drawing the dead from their graves. He commands me to journey to Tristram and return them to their rest. For if the cycle is not upheld, it would mean the end of all things.
Don't be so dramatic, drama queen. But yeah, and then I got shocked by whatever those the new things there. Didn't know that those would pop in after having not played this for I don't even know how long. It's probably been a few years. So I was trying to get used to things. And just keep hitting them with the bone spears. Because yep, the only attack you got right at the start. I was looking at armor. Didn't think I had anything, and I tried to hold back that yawn for as long as I could. And oh yeah, I think I got a little carried away with yeah, looking at the visual effects. I think I turned some of them on, and then I think I turned a few off afterwards. I think I stuck with the bone wings and the harvest banner, but then took them off and kept the golem pet on, if I remember this correctly. Man, I really wish I had my old setup so that I could record my commentary at the same time. I don't think I'm much of a post-commentary guy, but I'll try and make do with this. I don't know, maybe I'll see about finding a new setup so that I can play and record onto the PC the audio at the same time and then just stitch them together. But that'll be for another time. Yeah, little golem guy, and then I think I kept these on for a bit and then took them off after. I was like, that's kind of distracting a little bit. Or did I take them off before I resumed? I don't remember. And the Paragon points, I'm gonna try and not use them until I reach level 70 with the character, unless you guys don't mind. But yeah, I'll hold off on those until I level up to 70, if I get to level 70 without dying. But then I'll use the Paragon points.
I have come to aid these lands. Where is the fallen star?
On the ground.
On the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her. Captain Rumford, more dead are coming. We can't have
Not
the gates
more
until we
dead.
drive them back.
Get him. Keep stabbing him. Stab him. Get him good. Yeah, I was trying to hit that guy over there that he was going for, but I was trying to figure out what the lock-on button was, and it wasn't the right trigger. And then, I don't know if I found it this time, but I did eventually realize that it was the left trigger
You'll find
to
Leah at the slaughtered calf inn.
use the lock-on feature. Into the inn.
Are you Leah? Did you survive the fallen
Nah,
star?
I'm just some lady here.
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral.
How close was he standing to it?
But the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but
Watch out! The wounded are turning!
Those guys didn't look wounded. They were just standing around, in my opinion. But
Killing business.
the dead will overwhelm us all.
oh, so the
unless
dead
something is
outside
done.
and all around isn't killing
That
business?
is why I am here.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can
Rumford.
tell you what to do.
Rumford. You should speak to Captain Funny Name. Oh yeah, here's where I think I took them off because I'm like a little distracting and don't really need them. And then picking up the
For many
journals.
years, villagers were too afraid to settle near the ruins of the cursed town Tristram. But as time went by, adventurers arrived to loot the old cathedral, and their business was profitable enough that new Tristram sprang up to accommodate them. Fewer travelers visit now, though, and the town is mostly populated by craftsmen and farmers.
Not those craftsmen.
We've been under siege for 6 days now. Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon,
Help me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope. Try not to talk through those either, but if can't help it, I'll just speak over the little recordings. And I think they give you some XP bonus for picking them up. So I think the only reason I was grabbing them, but I don't 100% remember, and I can't really see from this small preview window here. And yes, I'm going to continue to break the fourth wall with referring to my preview window. Window.
We have come at last
Where
to
the-
Tristram's old
Can't really
cathedral.
tell.
This is where Diablo, Lord of Terror, first corrupted mankind. This is where I may finally find the answers I seek. Leah worries after my safety, but I believe information vital to defeating the last lords of the Burning Hells can be found here.
The Burning Hells. Not the
I
Burning
will
Hells.
bring peace to the risen dead.
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those
Dalton.
things. Only I survived.
Dalton.
I have
Richard Dalton.
experience in these matters.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out
The
these
Queen?
horrors.
They're attacking the barricades!
No. You mean those flimsy pieces of wood you stacked up over there? You call that a barricade? Call that a barricade. You need to go back to soldier school.
That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
Oh yeah. And this will probably take probably just gonna say a decent chunk of time in the videos is going through equipment to try and find the right setup with good stats and attributes. So I apologize for those cutscenes and just some of the journal entries that I may or may not either talk through or it'll just
I
fill up
understand
time.
So much more now.
But I'm gonna hope to make up for it with my luck with random encounters and events. And always got to make sure you run over the dead bodies. You don't know what kind of gold they might be hiding in their pockets. What's theirs is now yours, as everybody knows in any RPG game. That any NPC's belongings are yours. Everybody knows that. I was debating on using the scythe, but the bones No, I switched to the blood siphon later. Spoilers. But yeah, I stuck with the bone spikes for the momentary time. What was I doing in there? I don't know what I was looking for. Would be easier to tell if I could, you know, see, but I can't. And yeah, go into the musty cellar, dusty cellar, rusty cellar.
This creature will die.
And here I was trying not to get caught up in melee combat with these guys, but it ended up happening because I didn't want to just sit there and have the character die this soon. But I think with the pauldrons that I had on, I had got good enough life steal, so it wasn't really a problem. I was able to just sit there and take hits, but I didn't want to, and it was hard to stay away with the fact that they're teleporting everywhere like that dude did. I'm trying to roll away, and then they'd just be behind me, so it's like trying to get over here into a corner and then get out of said corner before I'm trapped. And I think here is where I just started to stand my ground and stab them over and over again, because I realized my life per second was pretty good. I didn't want to have to do it, but it had to be done. It was either me or them, and it wasn't going to be me. And then looking for the loot. Yeah, I got confused by the outline there being the corpse, and I didn't remember what they were for with this character until later. With the corpse explosion, devour, and what's the other one? Spike something. Spike? No, not spike. The one that shoots spikes, bone spikes at enemies with the corpses. Whatever that one was called. I think I use it later, but I don't like it. Might have to try it in a different setup. But yeah, went with corpse explosion. Spoilers. Try not to do that too much of referring to things ahead that haven't happened yet. And I'll just, you know, stick to breaking the fourth wall like Deadpool. Or try not to as much, I suppose. But yeah, the bone spikes and the shooting one, I can't remember what it's called. Worked pretty well in the early game against most guys. Yeah, when you can. Yeah, when you. I was really forgetting to use the spike there to shoot at him because it was doing one more damage, and you know, uses the essence that you gain, and I'm just sitting here gaining essence more than I need and not using the strong attack. Took me a while to recognize that. And rolling, everybody knows it's the fastest form of travel. Rolling. Because they see me rolling. Kill more wretched mothers. No, I'm thinking of a different area where there was a treasure goblin. Because I was thinking it was around here, but no, it was farther up ahead. I run into one. Yeah, not yet. Not just yet. I think it was here. I realized that, yeah, I should be using the, well, actually, now that, farther in with the new setup with blood siphon and the...
While exploring a cave with hopes of finding hidden treasure, I came upon a most grisly sight. A heap of dead bodies. Unbelievably, as I was searching them for any items of value, they began to rise. I must tell them of this and New Tristram before it's too late.
Well, you didn't get there. It's too late, bud. Here is where I realized that the basic of the bone spike, the one that you shoot, deals the most damage. Use it for more offense, and then the stabbing one from up the ground is the resource generator. Took me up to here. It's been a while. I'll get back into it. Well, I did get back into it later, but yeah, it took me a bit here, starting off again, to really remember how the... Oh no, I remember what I was looking at if I had elective mode for my skills. I remember now. So that I can, if I don't want to use a certain skill. But actually, I think I found that the setups for this character were okay to use all of the skills. But I don't know, maybe if I find a different setup, I might, you know, swap them out here or there. But we'll see how that works out later. Moving on. Killing more wretched mothers. Where's the janitor? We need to get them around here to clean up their mess. Because, you know, they just keep... I mean, yeah, it's outside. We don't need to worry about it, but come on. Come on.
Oh,
That's disgusting.
Diablo once walked these lands.
Oh, he did now, huh? Where's his footsteps? The only game show where if you get the question wrong, you get stabbed in the butt.
Plasma has blessed me.
Stabbed her in the butt. We explore this area. I don't think there was much around here to be found. There was just, I think, one more mini dungeon, side room, cellar, however you wanna, whatever you wanna call it, around here. Oh, and I think I almost forgot the journal entry, but
I can
journal entries aren't too much of anything in here, so it is what it is. Oh yeah, and I think it was about, it might have been against those where, yeah, their wall there, and the as long as you know, having one killed on the other side, I could use the corpse explosion, and the spikes will come up from the ground, so their wall meant nothing. I think did the spike travel through it? I think it did, but I wasn't really paying attention. I was just watching spikes come up and trying to keep up with my train of thought and what's happening on the screen, and then sometimes one just veers way off to the left, and I forget both. But yeah, here checking more equipment, see if anything has improved or was better. Yeah, I think I was willing to make the trade of lower, I think it was lower life per second for a little bit more armor. I think that's what it was. And oh yeah, I was looking at the Ghost Mage, seeing how he worked, and I think I didn't like it, and then yeah, I went back to the spike, shooting spikes. At least I think it's spikes. It hard to tell, but yeah, moving on. You gotta make sure you don't miss anything in these areas. Ooh, the chests. Go to the chests for that garbage loot. Yes. I don't know what I would have done without it. I was testing the range on the corpse explosions, see if they were high, but yet I don't think I can hit them through walls like that too far away, at least. And yeah, fighting where the end did. And here is where I really found out. I was like, oh, that's right, corpse explosions are really good. And I was trying to use it as you'll see later. I try and use it as much as possible, like as much as possible. It's, I think one of the main components of this setup that I was running was a corpse explosion on all the dead guys. Oh yeah, and that's where I was like, oh, I almost forgot this. Can't forget this one shiny thing.
I can no longer deny the true nature of the evil that rises from the depths of the cathedral. It is almost too horrible to admit the truth of it. It is the Dark Lord of Terror, Diablo himself, who plagues us.
Diablo. Not Diablo himself. And back home we go. And not Diablo himself. I think I was...
Thank you for your help. But could you talk some
Debating
sense
on
into Leah? She
how
won't
much.
give up on the
No, I think I
idea of
tried to look
rescuing
at
her
how much
uncle.
time was left
Interesting.
on the recording
If he
and how much
leaves, his
farther
knowledge
ahead
could prove
I was gonna
useful.
go.
My power has grown.
And I think I know how much farther I got ahead. Up to Dalton. And then stopped this session. But, yep. Looking at, armor, items, gear. My little shield. Don't mind it. My little buckler. What did, oh, the stun ability on.
I will help you find your uncle, Leah.
We'll need to open
Nah,
the cathedral
just
first.
joking. I'm not
The
gonna
guards
help you.
locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their
I
way
mean,
back
that's
to
where I'm
Adria's
going,
hut.
but,
The
you
king
know,
will
if I
still
pass
be
him on
there.
the way in there just to wave hello and move on.
Promise Marco I'd protect him. But now
Oh,
he's
and
dead.
then,
It doesn't
did I
seem
really
likely
spend
the
time
Deckard
talking to
king
everybody
could have
here?
survived down in the cathedral this long, does it?
Strange things happen in these lands.
I guess I
You
did.
seem quite sure of yourself. You know something I don't.
Yes, the meaning of life. I know something that you don't, bud. You wanna know what it is? You're an NPC in a game. Dun dun dun. Yeah, I was trying to remember like what the purpose is of some of these, you know, whether to salvage, to sell, and also looking for more journal entries, because you know, always gotta rummage through people's belongings. Yeah, I think there was part 2 of Leah's journal in here.
What are we doing in
Yeah.
my room?
Just reading your diary.
A miracle has happened. A hero, like one out of Uncle Deckard's tales, appeared and saved us. I know in my heart that my uncle still lives, and I pray that the hero will bring him home safely.
Nah, I'll bring him home in a bag. A body bag. Nah, just kidding. I'm not gonna kill him. I'll just find his corpse, you know. Because he's an old man. Oh yeah, I was looking at the salvage. I don't remember, because yeah, I don't need the gold. And I needed the components, but I can't remember if crafting's really that good for much later on. But I just continued with crafting, and yeah, I was looking at these, and I think I just put them in the stash. I'm not sure if I really need them or not. And I don't know if you can drop trade them or mail them to anybody. I don't 100% remember. It's been a long time since I played.
Got a right good bunch of things for you this fine day.
I was like, how do I sell? And then moving on. Back to insert location name here.
Here, let me
Old
open the gate.
ruins. As we
Adria was
move
my
our
mother,
way up.
but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard.
Did you know your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons.
I don't know about Great Warrior. Maybe he was just an average warrior. You don't know that. Why does everybody say they were a great warrior? Nah, he was just, you know, an average fighter. He was, you know, with everybody else.
A
You
hidden
know?
cellar. Follow me.
Dark
Yeah, I think
magic
after I
lingers
fought
here.
People
Dalton
said she was a
here,
witch, but I
I
never
called it
believed
this
it.
session, so we'll watch how this fight goes. Stabbing him. Oh yeah, here I was like, oh yeah, the stun is nice, and I was gonna have to use it for a good portion of this. And oh yeah, I remember the freezing and molten, and I think arcane enemies. From what I remember in here, I'm like, oh, they are the worst. Especially on hardcore. Oh, God, how much I hate them. I was just like, please let me out of here. I'm trying to abuse the stun on them. Keep them in one place. Oop, get out of there. And then go back to stunning him. Come on, Leia. You don't have any better arrows? I was just hoping to not have been stuck. If you've liked the video, Subscribe if you want to see more. Follow the Twitter and Facebook page for updates. Catch live streams on Twitch. Should have follow my links around. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed, and remember to stay PAWsome.